What made you feel like I need to make my extra money?
As a young kid, like, who doesn't want to make some extra money on the side?
How much money you were making before COVID?
Before COVID, it was...
You wanted to do this because you realized there's a connection between sins and money.
Because I was reading a lot of books. There was one performance, and that's when Fawaz came in. I got his the mind control back when he was selling it. So that made me like fully lock in.
You obviously were doing e-com for a year, and halfway through the year, you start to get your deen right, and then from that, the trajectory changes.
It was all connected.
At the same time, you got to do the work.
That was my problem at first. I was really interested into the spiritual side of things, so I'm at home watching podcasts, reading books, but I'm not doing the work. So I'm like, dang, why is it not working?
Some of the other way, they do the work and no spirituality. It's got to be both. So talk to me, man. What happened with that 300k month? Like, what was different there when you made your first? Tell me if you can relate. So you go to pray salah while you're at work, but you're rushing because your boss has put a timer on your worship. People are saying things about Islam, maybe they're even talking in pro-Zionist terms, but you have to keep quiet to protect your job. If that sounds like something that you relate to, then don't worry. I'm not saying you're a bad person, it's just that you're in a bad system. Many of us find ourselves stuck in the rat race. We want to escape so we can be free, but at the same time, you need this work, otherwise you're going to be in a very bad place. So for that reason, I want to share with you an opportunity that I've come across from a brother who's helped so many people like yourselves break out of this rat race. The brother's name is Abu Lahya. He's got a very simple program. He helps people like yourself connect business owners to influencers, strike a deal and pocket the difference. Super simple, right? And guess what? Also super effective, Allahumma barik. But it's not easy. It requires a lot of hard work. His students have already made $3 million plus in combined income, mashallah, tabarakallah. And in the next year, they're projected to do $10 million. We've sent people from this very channel to go and join his mentorship, and their lives have completely changed. Most will make their first sale, inshallah ta'ala, within 90 days, and 96% of his students make money if they follow the roadmap that he lays out for them. These are real people. We're talking about fathers who are struggling to spend time with their children. We're talking about students who are struggling to get married. We're talking about slaves of Allah who wanted to worship Allah and didn't want to, worship a paycheck. We're talking about brothers that were one bill away from breaking. Now, the best part about this is that you don't actually have to leave your job. You can do this on the side until you make enough money, until that security is there with Allah's permission to actually make that change and become financially independent. Look, from this program, you're not going to become a millionaire, but what you are going to become, inshallah, is free. So in summary, if you're tired of rushing your salah because your boss doesn't like you taking long breaks, and you want to make good, healthy, decent, and consistent income, inshallah ta'ala, then you should definitely apply for Abu Lahya's mentorship at the link below, inshallah ta'ala. It's not easy to get into. They're super picky about who they let in. It requires hard work, but it works. It genuinely works. With that said, you can apply at the link below. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, people? Today we have someone special here. We got the young 19-year-old brother from Ethiopia, Virginia, VA, Allahumma barik, doing 200k plus a month on his deen, e-com legend. Talk to me, Ak.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So, Ak, man, take me back a few years from now when you're trying to break into doing this business stuff. Did you ever imagine you'd be in a situation where you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from selling old people healthcare products?
Not at all. Well, I started off back in, let's take this back a couple of years, alhamdulillah. I started back in middle school. I was selling candy to everyone in school. Started off with my older brother. He started selling candy. And then me too.
What candy would you sell?
Just sweet Skittles.
Skittles and stuff like that?
Yeah, just whatever they like. Whatever was in the market.
Was it profitable?
Yeah, but nothing crazy, of course.
How much did you make a day?
Up to like $40, $50. That's good. I was around.
That's actually, that's good.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go to the cash and carry. I don't know what they call it in America, but you know the place where you buy the stock?
7-Eleven. Oh.
Where you buy the inventory.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was on.
Right, and you buy it cheap.
Yeah.
And I would stock it in my locker. And subhanAllah, there was a line that was outside my locker longer than the line outside the cafeteria. So I did it for a couple of weeks, and the head teacher came to me and said, "Listen, you have to lock this up, otherwise I'm going to call the police."
That's what happened to me too. Same
Really?
thing. Not to that extent, but it had been figured out. I'm like, you can't do this in school. Khalas. But it was good. It was a good entry.
So what made you even want to be hustling like that? What made you feel like I need to make my extra money? What was the thinking before?
And just as a young kid, like, who doesn't want to make some extra money on the side? And it started off, my older brother was selling. He was in 8th grade. I'm in 6th grade. I see him making some money. I'm like, 6th graders want some candy too. So I started selling to them.
MashaAllah, Allah better. Okay, cool. So then after that, how did you get into this e-com stuff?
Oh, that came like senior year of high school. But before that, I had a reselling business, shoes, all that stuff. That was before quarantine. And then the quarantine, that stopped that. I was around 16, 17. And then
how much money you were making before COVID?
Before COVID, it was like small flips, like 100 to 300, 300 to 350. It was small flips. It was nothing crazy.
That's
it was
for
good
like
for
a 14, 13-year-old.
Yeah, no job or nothing. And then quarantine shut that down because, the issues with cleaning up the shoes and everything that came with that. And then a year went by, I wasn't really doing nothing. I think this is around 16, 17. And then I got a job, Pizza Hut. So I was paying like $11.50 an hour.
I used to work in Domino's.
Yeah, just
we were arch enemies then, I guess.
Yeah, and I had my friends working across the street. I had friends working with me too. So it wasn't too bad. Just cutting up pizzas, talking to your friends. So that was like, cause I needed some type of startup money to start something. So that got me through the door. I was working at some gym for a little bit, but I had no business in mind. This is when I'm like entering business. So I'm watching like Imran Ghazi, like all the, you search up best business to start.
Mm-hmm.
You think about what's going to pop up. And those are the people who popped up at the time. So I'm watching them, best business, you start SMMA. They give you all these, but I'm clueless. I don't know what to start. And then comes beginning of, I want to say senior year, end of junior year, around, I'm on YouTube. And I figure out about e-com. And this one I didn't start off, right now I sell on Shopify, but I started off selling on Etsy, if you guys heard of it.
Yeah, I know Etsy.
Yeah, so I'm selling on Etsy, but that came with like too many bans. Like, I'll be selling a product, start getting profitable, boom, account ban. Because they have a lot of like regulations, you can't sell certain type of products here.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like my entry though. So that was like, okay, I can make a couple dollars off this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all offline too. So I don't have no friends in the space. It's myself. It was one YouTuber I was following. So I didn't buy no courses.
It's interesting. Yeah, you said you didn't buy no courses. You didn't sign up to no mentorship, no coaching. So how did you? I'm going
to get to that. Comes around a little bit later. But I didn't join.
But in essence, like my point is even to get to Etsy and be running stores that are profitable.
Yeah.
How do you, like, what was that process?
I just found like a perfect YouTuber that like gave all the value I needed. And I ended up joining, I didn't join mentorships, but I joined a lot of communities like on Discord.
On Discord.
Yeah, so I joined, but they were like 50 a month, 25 a month, 20 a month.
Yeah.
So there were nothing like, cause I didn't really have funds to just drop.
I'm just highlighting this because to show how easy it is for someone to actually get involved if they want to do the work, bro. You can watch videos on YouTube that will break it down. You don't have to pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 for a course. At the same time, you can find these communities easily.
Easy. But mind you, that's just the breakthrough, like to get from 0 to 1. To get from 1 to 10, you definitely need some type of guidance or, so go down the line a little bit. I'm dabbling in e-com from January to, I want to say summer. I make some money, but it's nothing that like I can see sustainable because I'm in high school and college is coming up next. I'm like, if I want something to live off of long term, I need to find something I can make the most off of. So that's when I start getting into paid ads. So at first I'm not doing no ads, it's all organic sales. Like I'd have to film my own ads, like, and put no money behind it. They would have to go viral, or it was a crazy business model.
So organic ads.
Yeah. And then I hopped onto ads. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I think it's time to switch over to ads because you can scale from 0 to 100K a month in like 2 weeks with ads if you have the right creatives, ads. So I started ads. It was very hard from the beginning, especially because I had no community, nobody to learn from, no mentorship. And my cash flow was really low. So summertime, this past summer 2024 is when like I decided I wanted to lock in on ads. But I had low cash flow. So the whole summer I was just watching YouTube videos. This is when I figured out, I think about your podcast. It might have been a little bit before. I was watching the Fawaz one, Muhammad Al-Andalusi one.
Mm-hmm.
So that one motivated me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be on this one day, inshallah.
MashaAllah.
And then...
Wow, look, you are, bro, 6 months later.
It's crazy.
That's actually crazy. 6 months later, you are sitting here alone.
Yeah, a long bet. And then... So this is when I'm first getting into Facebook ads. But summertime, I'm not, like, I didn't start the business at all. I'm just This when I get on my deen a little more. I've always been on my deen, mind you that. But when I say on my deen more, it's more so of like my family's not like saying, hey, make sure you pray. Like I'm on my own going to the masjid. Me and the brother I was with at the, I'm not in Mustafa, if you remember him.
MashaAllah.
So me and him, we're going to like almost every prayer at the masjid. Not really doing nothing business related, just, you know, trying
Getting your
to,
deen right.
clarity, you know.
You
trying
actually
to,
mentioned to me, right, that
Yeah.
you wanted to do this because you realize there's a connection between sins and money.
yeah, that's when I, like, cause I was reading a lot of books. There was one, it was a good book. It was called Masculinity of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I was reading that, and then that was just giving you the blueprint to everything you got to do. So it would be talking about how the blessed, the blessed times are like before Fajr, or like waking up for Fajr, before Fajr, praying Tahajjud. You have the most barakah after Fajr. So at this time,
Wow, so you were thinking, let me implement this.
yeah. But mind you, this is around summer where I'm like actually getting this knowledge. Like,
What I love about this is most people say, oh, look, I read, for example, this book, The E-Myth, or, you know, The One Thing, or Awaken the Giant Within, but you read a book about the Prophet ﷺ
Yeah.
that showed you practically how to get barakah from Allah through your business.
yeah.
And that's what started everything off.
Yeah, but mind you, I still read the little Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, of
but
course,
like those,
we're going to read all that
yeah,
stuff.
it don't like
But
give
most
you.
people won't even read, they will only read that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you read that and this.
yeah. That just gave me a little info. But for me, the biggest issue for me was like my work ethic was good, but it would be performance, and that's when Fawaz came in. I got his the mind control back when he was selling it.
Uh-huh.
So that made me like fully lock in, because if I'm spending money on like any type of mentorship or course, not business related, but just to get myself right, deen wise.
So,
What kind of things did you benefit from?
yeah,
that?
was this from Fawaz's thing? Like, what was it? Like, what?
It just, the reason I liked him is because that's when I was reading those books. So it was correlating everything business related to the deen. So it would be small things I didn't know, like just like he would be talking about when there's barakah to do this and how to perform like how to schedule your day around like salah prayers and all that. So it would just be small things off the top. Like I don't have as much, like if I look through all my notes, it'll show everything. But it went deep into everything. That's what got me fully locked
What's
in. Like,
everything? But what's everything?
like he has 6 different modules. It was like understanding. I'm not sure if you can say it or not, but it was 6 different.
He doesn't.
It was like understanding the mind, the monetization of the mind. It was like 6 aspects of like different parts of the mind that you have to focus on to master. That you
get money.
Yeah, but some few of them were just straight. I'm pretty sure all of them had to do with something that's for doing money. Like monetizing was talking about how so you have to surround yourself with like brothers who like, but they have to be on deen as well, because so you don't get into riba, interest, all that. So it was a lot. It was like that whole aspect.
So what's the difference before and after?
It would be like I would be focused on the money, but deen wasn't like with it. So I would do something, but deen would have been in the back of my head. But it would still be like halal, but you know, it's always better to have deen in the back of your mind when you want to get into anything. So I went through all that during summer, and then this is September. This is when school starts. So I go to uni. I'm going to community college I went for like around 2 weeks in-person classes. And after the 2 weeks, I couldn't remember one thing I learned in class. So it was like for me, school was always like, I don't want to say don't do school, because school is important for some people, but
not for you.
Nah, I don't want to say that either, but it just,
I mean, it wasn't, right?
Yeah, but it's just something I couldn't focus on. Like I couldn't put effort into. I think it's only because senior year was like the whole year. I don't remember doing any type of homework. Like it was just really laid back. So jumping into college and getting all those classes. So I went in person for 2 weeks, and then I couldn't remember one thing I learned those 2 weeks. So I'm just at home like, and this is nothing's going on crazy for business as well. I'm still like learning small parts from everyone. I'm on Twitter now as well. I'm not posting though, but there's a lot of info you can get on Twitter. Like just off Twitter, you can make your first like a good amount of money online. So I'm just on Twitter, YouTube especially, just learning. And I switched from my in-person classes to online, because I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna have more time if I go all online. And then slowly I dropped a few of my classes, just like one by one, just naturally. I just did it at 10, because you didn't have to show your face or nothing. So it would just be classes where they send you the work and you do it, like no contact, nothing. So then I cut it down to just a few classes. And this one I'm like ultra focused on like ads and just making the best ads so I can find, because you have to test products. I tested maybe 10 products plus before I found my first product that got me to the scale.
Explain that product testing thing to me, because even I never understood it fully.
So each product you have to test a certain amount of ads on Facebook. And then once it does, and depending on how it performs on Facebook, you can either scale it.
So you, for example, get like 10 products from Alibaba, for example?
It depends. It's like, I have a private supplier, for example. Some people do it from different places.
Okay.
Like, you just have your own specific supplier. And you
see which ads catch on with which product, and that's the one you optimize.
Yes, there'll be some products who don't really perform. Like, you don't see no potential in it. Like, you post the ads, you just lose money.
Mm-hmm.
The ads don't do good. Sometimes it's the ad problem. It's not really the product problem. But with the low budget I had, I didn't have the budget to test a bunch of different ads.
So how much are we talking?
Like, per product test, you need like, I was using $100 per product test to see if for example, if I put in $100 for a product test and I didn't get $200 back or $300 back, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna move on. But this is after like letting it run for a couple of days. And there's also more stuff to it, but that's just the main. And then I tested like 10 products, and then one day, and by now I'm posting like a little bit on Twitter about stuff I'm learning, etc. And then one day, so I'm mutuals with this one brother online, and I had a problem. I was stuck, and I checked on Instagram. He posted that he was in my city. He was in DC. It's around 15 minutes away, Washington, DC.
And who is he?
His name's Nabil.
Yeah, no, as in like, what does he do?
Oh, he does e-com. He's Ethiopian as well, but he has like multiple 7-figure stores.
MashaAllah.
Oh, bad. He's doing good for himself.
Allah, man.
And then
Ethiopians and Somalis are doing e-com.
Yeah.
You guys need to make peace then. The Somalis, man, they're doing it.
So he's doing really good for himself. So, and we're mutuals on Instagram. And I see he's local, so I text him. I'm like, yo, you're here in the city. But he's like, but he sends me a picture, or he's texted back. He was like, oh, I'm at the airport right now, but I should be back soon because he has family here. I'm like, okay, cool. A few days go by. I send him a voice message out of nowhere because I'm having issues with one of my products. And I'm like, okay, let me see if he can help. So I send him a voice message like 2 minutes long. He answers right away. He's like, bro, I think he sees that I'm Ethiopian too. And like, I think it reminded him of himself when he was younger. That's what I think. I still don't know why he decided to help till today. But he texts me back. He's like, yo, you got to do this, that. Like, he goes into detail. And at the end, he's like, let's hop on a call this week. I'm going to run you through everything. It's for free, by the way. I don't pay him anything. And then a few days go by, we hop on. And mind you, this time I'm working full-time security. I'm a security. I'm doing 16-hour days, 60-hour weeks. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And so I'm just my schedule is at this time. I wake up. It depends. If I'm working 16 hours, 8 hours. On 8-hour days, it would be around from 3 to 11 or from 7 a.m. to, I think, 3 or 2, around there. And then I would be sleeping. The days I work from until 2 p.m., 3 p.m., I'll be sleeping at 8, waking up at like 2 a.m. And this time I was strong on my tahajjud, which I need to get back to, because when you have nothing, like, what else do you have to rely on? So I was praying my tahajjud, waking up 6 a.m.
It's really important to get back to it, by the way, because we ask Allah when we need.
I was going to say the ayah, I just forgot.
But now we've got to thank him after.
Yeah, it's
and if you thank him, he gives you more. MashaAllah.
So.
Okay, listen. I'm not a person that brings you investment opportunities very often. And if I do, I can guarantee you and promise you one thing. It's been looked over and scrutinized at least 3 times over. So there is a brother called Sam Amin. You might have seen him on my podcast. And he, Alam Barik, is helping Muslims become rich through real estate. Now, this is not for people that are trying to go from 0 to 1. We're talking about guys that have savings. People that have at least $100,000 liquid capital ready to be deployed. He has an opportunity for you. It's a project right here in Dubai, 100% riba free, inshallah, 50% returns within 2 years. And there are only a very few bit of allocations left. The land has been purchased, the architectural work has already been done, and very soon they're going to be selling off-plan, inshallah ta'ala. And once the off-plan sales start, the door closes. Just so you know how much of a golden opportunity this is, you are currently able to get in at the land where it's 1,000 dirham per square foot, inshallah ta'ala. They're going to be selling this at 1,700 plus dirham per square foot. Do you understand how big that margin is with Allah's permission, is tawfiq? This type of opportunity, it's not just rare, it may never even ever come round again at this stage. So it would be not smart to miss this opportunity, especially when it's halal. There's no riba involved, inshallah ta'ala. So this is genuinely and truly the final call. And once the door closes, please don't message me and I'm talking to those that actually know me personally, sending me messages on WhatsApp saying, please get me in. Once it's done, it's done. So again, if you have $100,000 minimum liquid cash ready to deploy within the next 30 days, only in that situation should you apply at the link below, and you can speak to one of Sam's team members directly on the phone, do all the due diligence, ask all the questions, they'll put you in touch with his investors, inshallah ta'ala, from the past. You can see it's all legit, and then hopefully you can do the deal. With that said, may Allah bless you. Apply at the link below.
Yes, I'm praying Tahajjud. I'm praying Tahajjud almost every day because I have nothing. Like, I need something to work. Like, I have nothing working at all. And all the money I'm getting from my checks goes straight into the ads, like for the most part. So I'm spending everything on the ads. And then this is when me and Nabil were hopping on calls every couple of days for free. He's telling me, yeah, make sure you fix this, add this team member, do this, test this product. And then like 2 months working with him, a product randomly, one day we get like $500 in sales, but it's break even. It's not profit, but it's like 500 in sales. I'm like, okay, like you have something that's like working a little bit.
Okay.
And then 2 or 3 days go by, it's still from break even. Like we're not making no profit, but I know something is there. So I'm talking to a few other brothers, and I'm like, what can I fix? Like, and I'm targeting just United States right now. He's like, bro, you're playing the game on hard mode. Just target top 4, top 5. So US, Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And there was new strategy I was using, but strategy I don't think is the main problem. So I tested. Next day, we got like 600 in sales with like good margins. So I'm like, yeah, my first time making money off the actual stuff. I'm like, this is crazy. So this goes on. Fuck, that's probably the best. No, the best feeling was definitely making 1K in a day. That was better than making anything more than that. But so at this time we're around 600 in sales, but profit, good profit. And then so I'm like, okay, it's working. And then right now I'm just throwing more ads in the campaign. So I'm just throwing ads in there, like a bunch of ads that I'm making and just putting inside the campaign.
What are you using to make the ads? Like Canva? You're making them yourself, or
it's just on CapCut? There's
CapCut.
Yeah, like there's a strategy to make ads.
Like video ads.
Yeah. And then so I'm just throwing in ads, raising the budget.
Remind us again to the strategy. This is actually a very useful podcast. You know, guys who are in your situation can learn a lot from this one. But yeah, remember to get into that. But go on.
So it's correct. Right now, like I'm still working like 16-hour days, 8-hour days, like 60-hour weeks, 50-hour weeks. So the little time I have, like I would work a little bit before Fajr as well because I have work at 6 a.m. So I work for like an hour before. So every morning, first thing I do after I pray, I go back to sleep after Tahajjud, but I wake up again after like a couple hours before Fajr to check everything, make sure everything's good. Because at this time, I'm dealing with a lot of like Facebook bans, like ad account bans. If you do this, you know how ruthless Facebook is with bans. They ban you for every small thing, sometimes for no reason as well. But I got in contact with a few people who could like unban, but you have to pay them a lot. But it was a whole situation I had, but I finally got past that. And at this point, we're doing around, I want to say 1.5K a day. Yeah. So, but our main issue is our daily spend limit on Facebook is stuck at 500 a day. So we can't scale more than that. I'm texting Facebook every day. I'm calling them like, what do I have to do to get more? And Facebook, their support is terrible. I even bought the check on Instagram because there was a brother who told me he was like, if you buy the check, you get like a connect.
You mean the blue tick?
The blue tick.
The verification? Okay,
there's like a way you can get in contact with Facebook.
Yep.
Their live chat on Instagram. So I'm trying that out. I'm doing everything I can. I still have the check till today. I never took it off. But it looked cool, so I'm just keeping it. But so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying every way. After like 3 weeks, we're still doing consistent. I'm going to say we're doing consistent 1.3, 1.5 a day. After 3 weeks, I wake up. It's my daily schedule. Before Fajr, I'm checking everything. They raised my spend limit to like 4K. So I'm like, okay, so now I have more. And the thing about Facebook, once they raise it over a certain amount, it goes crazy. Like I went from 4K to like 15K to like 20K, 50, like spend like that they give you like
day.
That you're allowed to spend, not like there's a cap on how much they allow you to spend on their platform daily. So they started raising it quick. So at this point, I'm like, okay. So I'm talking to Nabil still, he's still helping me out. He's like, just raise the budget, double them. So I'm spending like 1K a day now, but we're bringing back in like 2.8, 3K. So I'm like, okay, we have something rolling. This happens for like 2-3 days. And then I have more cash flow now. I have more cash in the bank. I can spend on ads. So at this point, we're like, he's telling me double like the budget's fast. And usually people in the space are like, they're scared to like add 20% every day, go slowly. But he's telling me just double it. I'm like, okay, like why not?
One of the boss.
Yeah. So I double. And every time I double the spend, it would maintain the ROAS. So we would get the money back.
So ROAS
plus,
being return on ad spend.
yeah, return on ad spend. So we would still get like a good return with more profit. So we went from doing, I want to say 3K a day to 25K a day in
Ad spend.
and like in revenue.
Revenue.
Yeah. But ad spend went up to like 8K, 9K a day. But
MashaAllah. So you maintain a 3+ ROAS.
yeah, we had a good ROAS I maintained, and this all was within like a span of like 2 weeks that we scaled from 3K a day to like 25, 26, 27K a day. So that was crazy. But you get after like, I want to say 10K a day, you get numb to the other numbers. You get numb to it. But the best feeling is just one. Like your first, the 1K day, the 7K day was crazy too.
7.
Yeah, I don't know why that it just hit. But after that, I still remember the 25K day. I didn't feel much. Like, it was good. Obviously, it was amazing. But you don't feel the dopamine as much as you do from getting that 1K or that 1K day. I was jumping. I was like,
it's a big milestone.
Yeah, it's a crazy milestone. With profit as well, because I was hitting it, but no profit. So it'd be like,
Yeah.
So, and then I start posting results like online here and there. And mind you, I'm getting a bunch of DMs. Yo, Q, help me. Like, and I'm not even big at all. No, I'm not heavy on social media at all. I don't post on Instagram like reels, or I just post results on Twitter sometimes. This is how I got most of my connections, because most of the times to get the best connections, you need some type of results, or you just gotta have some type of
interesting. So let's focus on that for a second, because obviously, as you mentioned, a big thing here was getting the support from the brother in the bill, right?
Yeah.
But 100%. You had to be active in the space to be able to even get his attention. You mentioned you didn't necessarily buy any of these courses, but it was just networking.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you did is you posted these results. So like, is that the only strategy? Like, I just have to post results?
But for me, I don't know. There's like, I don't want to say I have a strategy, but there's a certain way I try to communicate with different people. I feel like I can, like, if I follow up with you, I have a way I can connect. I have like my own personal way I can connect with anyone. Like, for him, he was just a good guy. He answered right away. I didn't have to do nothing like different. But for other people in the space who I got connected to, there were certain ways you have to approach them, because everyone's texting them, yo, help me with this.
So how would you approach them?
It was just, you just have to find your own, like, it would be like, say, for example, say someone posts like you just see their personality online, and then you see, boom, he posted something about like NBA, or like he said something like, oh, okay, now I know he watches basketball. Or that might be a bad example, but you just have to, I just keep up with the people.
How would you use that information?
And I would text them with like, in a way, that would correlate with what I know their personality is. So it's kind of hard to explain.
No, I hear you. I get you.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Yeah, I fully.
But you just have to like show that you're not like a bot.
Yeah, you just read exactly what they're like, and you try to speak to them in a way that relates to them.
Exactly. That's literally what I was doing. For every person was different. Like, for some people, it would be like, I'll be on Instagram.
And you're doing this just so you can get advice from them.
Obviously, I want to be connected with them as well, because it would be a good connect, and maybe long term. Like with Nabil, I just met up with him, and we went to Miami. It was an e-com event. So I met up with him there. So it was like more of like a long-term connection.
See, this networking thing is imperative, man. You know, the biggest resource I realized that I have in my life with Allah's mission, bro, is the human resource, man.
Yeah, because why? Because how long you been posting content
Literally.
for? Like, you got to think about 9
like, you
years.
saw, for example, the other day, right? We was with the brother. Were you there?
With who?
I think you missed him. We were with the brother Arman and Mr. Rafis. And obviously he's selling peptides.
Yeah.
It's obviously regulated here. As I saw him, I was like, I know this guy. He's got access to that, to the health ministry.
Yeah.
Just connected him there.
He was like, what he said? He said,
who do you need?
Yeah, what do you need? I said, do you know anyone in the health ministry? He looked at me and said, what do you need?
Yeah,
Like, it was just straight. Point being is that, alhamdulillah, got to a point now where within the community, or within the network, like, bro, I don't ever come across a situation where I don't know someone that I can connect with someone.
Long back.
But that's on the back of like 10 years of building this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's necessary. Like, for example, yesterday, I was doing a podcast with a brother. He's got a security company. So he gets government contracts. He's got 52 big contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he made 20 million in the last 2 years. Allah barik. So afterwards we were talking, after the podcast, I said to him, bro, I don't think you have any contracts in Saudi, do you? He said, no. I said, I know a guy who's got very big connections in Saudi, and he's running an operational cybersecurity company there. So would you like me to make the connect? Bang. You know what I'm saying? So this concept of networking, I never did it even intentionally, but I'm impressed at such a young age. you've done it with intent and actually started to, within 2-3 weeks, get everything you need.
Yeah, and the thing about it's crazy because one good connect can like 5-10x your whole. It can change the whole trajectory of your life. Like it's crazy. Like one good connection can. It's crazy.
Very good.
And that one good connection, you lock in with that one. Because what they said, there's like a quote. It's like you're 7 connections away from
anybody.
From anybody. So
I actually tested that. Like as in, I was with the brother one time. I was like, just throw someone at me, and I found I was at 2 connections away from pretty much everyone that I wanted to even be connected to. This is actually crazy.
Because think about it, for example, you know, Meher, I just met him at the event.
Yeah.
And I went to Fawaz's event, and then I met you, and I met him. That's just 3 connections.
3 connections away, right? And now you're here, connected to the world.
And the crazy thing is, I was supposed to go to a Umrah trip in December, but then my funds was like a little, not tight, but I needed it for another, like something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm just wait for February for Fawaz's.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up going to Fawaz's and meeting you at Umrah. And you told me come here. And
Alhamdulillah. And then you met Ammar,
all the
Abu Lihya,
right
all the brothers. Allah Akbar. Sorry, man, I interrupted you, man. So you were connecting with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
You're reaching out to them.
You're putting out these testimonials.
Yeah, all I'm doing right now, I'm just putting out testimonials. So now I have even more social proof. So if I DM someone, now I'm getting DMs from people who I looked up to for 6-7 months saying, yo, congrats. Like, text me if you need anything. Here's my like Instagram. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. Like, so I'm getting these texts from like people who I'm looking up to.
And most people are willing to help. I know it's a lot. Like 100%. They just want to make sure that when they help someone, they're not gonna waste their time.
Like, there's multiple people who I've DM'd like maybe 3-4 months ago. Maybe it was a question or whatever it was. And then like after I started scaling hard consistently, I get them DMing me, yo, congrats, bro. I seen you. Like, and it's like, I don't blame them either, because even now I'm getting DMs from people who, like, if you DM me something like, yo, I'm not going to answer. Like, but certain people who send me proper messages with, like, who need help, I'm going to answer. I answer. I love answering because that's how I got to. So I answer everyone who has like a good approach. But if there's someone who just says, yo, can you do this or something like you put me on? It's like, nah, I'm not putting you on.
You have to do what?
Yeah, because one, it's not easy at all. So, but there's a lot of people who have that strap, but they don't have that person. They don't have the money to invest into a mentorship.
You know, I think one thing that's really important to also kind of not just sidestep here, man, is that you obviously were doing e-com for a year now. It's been just over a year now.
Yeah, just trying to figure out random stuff. Yeah.
And halfway through the year, you start to get your deen right. And then from that, the trajectory changes.
Yeah, imagine, my deen was never like terrible.
But as in you came onto it even more, right?
Yeah.
But you start doing the tahajjud and doing your dhikr, your adhkar, reading your Quran, doing all those things. And the kuffar, they call it luck. But we call it tawfiq from Allah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not luck at all. Because there's things that were just in place at the right times, like it's crazy. Like, if I broke it down to when things happened, how much I had, like what I needed to pay off, like it was all like connected, like same.
And that's why Allah said, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fears Allah, Allah will find a way out for him. وَيَرْزُقُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. And Allah will provide for him from a place he never imagined. وَمَن يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Whoever relies upon Allah, Allah is enough for him. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَالِغُ أَمْرِهِ. Whatever Allah wants to happen will happen. قَدْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدْرًا. Allah made a specific time for everything. So there was a particular, it wasn't destined for you last January. It was destined for you this January. Like Allah made it that there is going to be a time where khidr, you're going to get it. You just make sure you fear me and you rely upon me, and it will come. Even I was talking to a brother, subhanAllah, he told me he was about to build a house for himself. So he got 100,000 euros. So he was going to build a house for himself and his family back home, right? And he said, I couldn't do it, man, because when I looked at what's happening in Palestine, told my brothers and sisters, their houses being bombed. He goes, in my heart, I just couldn't do it. So you know what I did? He said, I took that money and I gave it all away, 100K in charity. He said, you know what happened to me literally 2 days after that? He said, a contract came to my table that I wasn't even chasing, that I wasn't even looking for, came out of nowhere for 7 figures, 2 years. Because I signed it there and then, I made over $1 million.
It's crazy.
He goes, and I took that as like Allah was trying to show me, or Allah was showing me a lesson. He goes, the way I read that was that I'm generous. But it's not Allah showing me, you're generous. I'm even more generous than you. You give 100K, let me 10x you.
10x,
Let me 10x you, subhanAllah. So this spiritual stuff online, it goes very far, man.
It does.
At the same time, you got to do the work, right? You got to tie the camel.
Yeah, that was my problem at first. I was just deep into like, not deep, but I was really interested into the spiritual side of things. So I'm at home watching podcasts, reading books, but I'm not doing no work. So I'm like, dang, why is it not working? But once you connect the two together, you find a way to bring them both together. It's going.
And then some of the other
righteous and rich, exactly.
that's exactly what the righteous and rich thing is. Some of the other way, they do the work and no spirituality. It's got to be both. But man, so look, talk to me, bro. So then you then ended up partnering up with this brother.
And now we just partnered up on this because he knows he has way more knowledge than me in the space. So if I can partner up with him, it's not about the money for right now. If I can partner up with him and gain as much knowledge as I can while we're both gaining money from the brand, obviously, it's like a win-win because worst to worst, this brand goes down tomorrow. I have all the knowledge and skills where I could duplicate it and just do it again.
So we paid to then?
Yeah, pretty much. Good brother. I don't know how else to thank him. He's good.
And is the plan to eventually exit from the brand, or are you just gonna try and run it for as long as possible?
100% to exit. Like, but obviously not right now. But within like maybe 16 to 18 months, depending on where it's at, we're definitely.
So you're gonna do the thing that brother Jamal does, which is build, scale, exit, and then start another one, build, scale, exit.
Yeah, but I feel like it gets to a point where you have like good cash flow and like you can start getting into other ventures like real estate. Like, but obviously it's good to stick to one thing. But I feel like it gets to a point where you have like money in the bank where
you could do for money gives you options, or that.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta get to 0 to 10.
So talk to me, man. What happened with that 300K month? Like, what was different there when you made your first?
To be honest, like nothing crazy, but the biggest thing was definitely the mindset switch. Because now, like all my I had a bunch of limiting beliefs on the way scanning. Like, oh, I can't. This ad's not gonna work. This setup's not gonna work. I can't make 10K a day. I can't make 20K. But like now that it's done, it's like now my standards are way higher. So now it's like, okay, I've never done 50K in a day. So, but 20K, okay, I already did that. Like that, I can do that tomorrow. But back then it was like, I never did 500 today. So that's gonna be the hard part. Like that's hard in my mind. But now it's like, I know even if everything goes down, it'll be like, okay, let me just go back up to 25 real quick and I'll see if I can get to 50.
So fundamentally, you're saying the hardest part is just going.
It's just the mind. Just the mindset.
The mindset, right?
Yeah.
But I was human beings don't understand the importance of compound, right? Like the hardest thing to get to is always from 0 to 1.
100%.
And then 1 to the first 1K, right? And the first 1K to the 100K or 10K, and then that to the first million. It's always the hardest thing to do. But it's at the moment you've hit that first 1K a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they come easy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because of all of the compounding that's done in terms of the skill that you've developed to get to that 1K. Everything else after is just compounding in the background.
Yeah.
So then 5K, 7K, 10K becomes easy. Then you break through the next threshold, which is 100, and then so on and so forth. It just requires consistency, man. It's just that you have to just push hard to go from 0 to 1. It's just getting to that 1 is the hardest thing. Then after that, as long as you put your trust in Allah, you do the work, man, you don't do something dumb, it just keeps coming, man.
And at first, it's like, you have to isolate, like, you feel like you have to, I mean, I think it's good to isolate yourself, because I was definitely isolated from, I want to say from summer to around for 5 months after summer. I was not isolated 100%, obviously you got your close, but I felt like if I isolated, I'll get the most done, which ended up working. But most people think in the beginning, you need to be working, you hear everyone talk about 12-hour days, like, but for me, that was never the case. Like, I was working, but I would beginning, 100%. I'm like, but I'd be confused because I'm in front of the laptop. Like, what do I do for 12 hours? You know, it's like, I don't have nothing to do. So I would do what I had to do, because in the beginning, the most you can do, all you can do is just test products. And that doesn't take you 12 hours a day, especially with limited cash flow. So I would be I try to like read, listen to podcasts, but it's like so much you can fill up your day with. So if I would tell someone who's just starting, I would say just set up like maybe 4 hours of like deep work and then enjoy yourself, but just don't you make sure, like, the biggest thing is clarity when you first start. You need clarity on what you want. Me, everything was everywhere. I just ended up connecting all the pieces.
Sure.
But if you have clarity when you first start, that's the biggest thing. You need to know what you're doing, consciously do this, consciously put up this product set.
Let me ask you a question. Are you driven or are you dragged?
Explain, please.
Are you driven by something that you're trying to work towards in the future, or some experience that you went through in your past that's dragging you towards this? Like, some people, they get to work because maybe they were bullied, or, they went through some embarrassing, humiliating experiences. They were young. They were like, nah, I'm going to push through. So that experience is dragging them forward. Some people, nothing is dragging them. It's just that there's a goal that they're driven towards.
I feel like it's a mix of both. Because, so when I was working the security thing, I was talking to a lot of people at the job. And then their stories would be like, man, like they'll be a little older. Be like, yeah, like but they all grew up in way worse environments than where I grew up. So it's understandable, but just hearing about how a lot of these people are living, it's like, dang, I don't want to, like, that can't be me, you know? So I guess that goes into driven, because now you're more driven to work. And obviously you want to provide for family.
And what's the drag side?
Drag. Explain what drag, something that's dragging from the past.
Yeah.
Not really specifically, like, it's all in pursuit of just, I don't want to say just not chasing money, but just everyone who doesn't want some wealth.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple people who say, oh, wealth is bad, but the majority of people, they obviously just want money. But there's nothing specific where I would say, man, I went through this, so.
So what are you working towards? What are you trying to get to?
I definitely want to make Hijrah, inshallah. Like, that's especially being here for a month, it's like crazy. Like, the vibes here, the brotherhood, like, nobody wants, like, for example, you go out to eat with the group, like, automatically, when I came, the first, like, couple of days, I don't think I paid for my food at all. And not even intentionally, I would just be eating. Oh, it's paid. Like, me and brother right here, we're at, like, food shop. He'd be like, oh, I already paid. Let's pay. And now it's like, I get the habit, okay, I want to pay for them too. It's like back home, you get it, obviously, with certain groups, but it's not as, like, like, I don't know how to explain. It's the brotherhood is crazy here. That's what I like. The brotherhood and obviously, as long as you're not living in, like, the heart of Dubai, like, Sharjah, I'm saying Sharjah right now. Like, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's...
Oh my God.
Yeah. You're Sharjah too. Yeah, it's nice. So, but goals, like, I don't have no, like, end goal yet, but obviously I'm trying to get back to memorizing, because I memorized a good amount of the Quran. But after quarantine, I just been reading, so I'm memorizing a little weak. So I guess getting back to that, it was just the most thing you need money for is just to free up time to do other things you want to do. So I guess that's what it comes in. So it's a lot of stuff I want to do in free time, but you have to work toward it first.
Wallahi, man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm really impressed with you, man. Allah barak. And one of the things, and just before we wrap up, I just want to mention that on this trip, we've had a nice mixture of some brothers that are old and extremely successful, and some brothers that are young that are really, really killing it. Allah barak. Yourself, our man, mashallah. Others that, I can't mention whether they're young or not, but they're also doing good stuff as well. Allah barak. And it just shocks me, man, that someone could be 19, bro, 18, doing the type of stuff that you're doing. Bro, when we were trying to start practicing, we didn't have this concept of there are brothers that are out there showing you how to make money, and brotherhood of entrepreneurs that are making money and supporting you, and everything's halal, and everyone's reminding each other of our lives. That never existed. I feel like you guys are in a blessed place, man, and I think it would be a travesty if you not turn out to be a leader for this ummah, man. Because if at the age of 19, Allah barik, you're hitting your 200K a month, and this is just the beginning. Actually, what's going to be 10 years from now? What's Khidr doing 20 years from now? I think I would love for you, man, to really start thinking about this. Like, how can you have aspirations where you become an imam for this ummah, man?
Inshallah.
Yeah, do something great. And you know what it is, bro? I believe you can, man. I mean, make sure you don't have those limiting beliefs. I don't think there's anything stopping you from becoming a great imam of this ummah. An imam doesn't necessarily have to be as a scholar, like, but like a leader in some aspect. Like, I honestly, like, I was actually thinking that day, we were sitting around that round table. I was looking at him, I was looking at Arman, I was looking at one other young brother who I'm not going to mention is young. And I was like, wow, man, I'm excited to see what the next 10, 20 years are going to be for these brothers.
Inshallah.
Allah barik, man. Khair, man, we've run out of time, man. But if you have any last minute words of advice, bro, for the people that are watching, the floor is yours.
You put me on the spot. But it would have just put your deen first and pick a high income skill, stick to it, and use it to benefit others, not just yourself.
That's actually very profound advice, wallahi. Put your deen first, pick a high income skill, and benefit others, not yourself. That's such a wisdom. Allah mashallah. You sure you're 19, right?
Faking my age.
Barakallah fi, man. May Allah bless you, akhi, man, and grant you barakah, man.
Ameen.
Khair, man. With that said, people, we'll see you for another episode very soon. I would love you guys to check out Brother Khidr. We'll put his socials below, Twitter. Connect with him, inshallah ta'ala. Don't bring him no drama. Don't send no bots his way. And you
Don't
devil...
text me, yo. Don't text me, yo.
And you devil girls, stay away from him, inshallah, because he's going to be on Sunnah Match looking for a nice Sunni sister, mashallah. With that said, people, subhanak Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum. That was very nice.
I ain't gonna like mess up my revenue though, like a couple $100K. You put it down a little.
Oh, really? It's more than that.
Long vet.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Nah, it's all good though.
There we go. Pardon the interruption, but in case you ever wanted to move to Dubai, I've got something very special for you. As you may be aware, myself and Abu Bakr moved to Dubai and Sharjah last year. It was one of the best decisions that we ever made for our deen, our families, and our businesses. Living here is amazing. You've got a masjid in almost every single street, unparalleled safety and security. You've got lessons from mashayikh and different teachers and students of knowledge in English and Arabic, and no income tax. Now, how do you move here? That's a question that you might be asking. Well, it can be tough if you don't know your way around things. Sometimes the companies that help you get visas here, they got hidden fees, long waits, big problems, resulting in visa rejections, a lot of wasted money and time. This is where Ansar Consultants comes into play. They helped us set up everything. No hidden fees, no long waits. They kept it simple and honest. I got my visa in less than a month. And these guys have a 100% track record helping brothers get their visa so far. 100% track record. That's insane. Allahumma barik. Now, if you're thinking of moving to the UAE, I recommend Ansar Consultants. They can even help you invest in properties here with a 100% Sharia compliant contract. So if you want a smooth move like we did, click the link below and check out Ansar Consultants. Now, back to the podcast.